as I was doing this, I wanted something representative of the AIDS walk. And also I wanted to do something in memory of the people that we've lost. And as I stitched each one of these names on here, I read the name aloud to myself, because I think that it's important that those names get put out into the ether every year to be remembered. It makes me angry when some idiot tells me that being gay is a choice. It makes me fearful for my son and all of his friends and the whole community that he's in, because of the ignorance and because of the disease and because of the loss and the pain.
Well, I got involved with AIDS Walk about 5 years ago. And I think through just kind of getting involved with AIDS Walk, it was something that I was showing a lot of passion towards, pretty excited about. And we tend to, I think, feed off each other like that a little bit. And something that she was able to then get behind and get excited about as well. And it's one of those things, I think, once you get involved with it, you start to see some of the sadness, some of the atrocity, some of the grief, some of the feelings, the emotion, but then you also see some of the celebration, some of the life, some of the positive, the good things it brings about in you. And I think that was a natural progression for her to pick up on that. And her thing has always been kind of introducing a jazzy, kind of arty aspect to things, and this was her voice and her way of doing so.
Then, as I was getting ready to do the next AIDS quilt, I was reading through a poetry book, and there's a poem called In Flanders Field. And it's actually a poem written by a soldier who was dying. And he was talking about, to his comrades, about if they would remember him and remember the other people that died in that war, then their death wouldn't be in vain. So all of a sudden, this pattern then became representative of the war on AIDS. And as I did it, there's a lot of different symbols in here. The blue birds, hopefully the happiness, remembering the people that we lost, and the butterflies signifying the transformation. And then these are where I put the names this time. And I left them very raw and very tattered, because they were ripped from the lives of the people that loved them. I didn't want to focus as much on the loss, but I wanted to focus more on the gift of life. And so I chose to do the tree of life. Because even though we lose people, whether by AIDS or cancer or old age or accident or whatever, life has to continue on. And so the tree of life seemed appropriate. Well, what were you, 16 when I finally made you fess up and tell me you were?
17.
17?
Yeah.
And up until that time, I kept thinking, I know he is, but do I say something to him? Because if he doesn't know he is, but he should know he is, you know, but I don't want him to feel like I'm putting it on him. It was a terrible time as a parent.
It was essentially my sister walking in on me and my first boyfriend, just kind of hanging out together, more so than friends. And then I think Jenny telling you or something. But anyways, she approached me and asked me if there was something that I needed to say. And I think I said, yeah, I'm gay. And she said, yeah, I've known for a long time. Why haven't you told me?
I never had any problem at all with him being gay. I always told everybody I didn't care what my children were, what their religion was, who they dated, who they eventually ended up with, any of that type of thing, as long as they were good Democrats. And I've always been a big fan of Frank Lloyd Wright. And I thought maybe the stained glass window, the outer edge is for the chaos that life can sometimes be. But if you look into the chaos, a lot of times you see patterns and beauty and can enjoy it. And then the ribbons, once again, with all of the names on them.
It has always been very easy to get Mom involved with things, and it's always felt good. She's more... she serves many different functions and roles, both as mother and confidant and friend and the rest of it. So
your kids are going to be... They're going to become who they are, who they're meant to become. And the saddest thing in the world I have ever seen is a parent trying to make a child be something they're not. Whether they're trying to make them be some specific profession or not be gay. The best thing you can do for your kids is just letting them know that you're going to catch them if they fall and they should climb. And it makes me hopeful when I go to the AIDS walk that eventually, because of all those incredible people, maybe one day it'll be beaten.